Got an idea to light the iconic fountain in Point State Park? Well, now's your chance. The long-awaited restoration of Pittsburgh's signature fountain is now in sight. Riverlife, the Pennsylvania Department of Natural Resources, and the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust say June 7th will be the day for a big community celebration dubbed River Lights at the Point. The event will kick off a week-long regional celebration and mark the conclusion of the $35 million renovation of Point State Park, a signature project of Pittsburgh's 250th anniversary that's been overseen by DCNR, Riverlife, and the Allegheny Conference on Community Development, which does co-produce this program. Now the organizers are seeking proposals to light the iconic fountain as part of that celebration. Lisa Schroeder is president and CEO of Riverlife, and Kevin McMahon is president and CEO of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust. And welcome. Good to see you both.
Great to have you.
Great to be here.
Yeah, so here we are, the fountain. People like, every couple of weeks ask me, so
Hooray!
when is that fountain going to be turned back on? Now we've got a date.
Hooray, hooray. It's June 7th, and people have really shown pride and patience. But yes, the fountain will turn on. It will reach its 150-foot height. It will be the crowning glory of a 5-phase renovation project that is really improving the park and also bringing Pittsburgh's most iconic and most famous symbol back to life. So we're planning a huge party, a celebration for the community. It will be open, free, thanks to the generosity of the Colcom Foundation.
Really cool. Yeah, I mean, the park and the fountain go all the way back to the beginning of the first Renaissance. They were talking about doing that in the 1940s.
It's so true. In fact, it's possible that Point State Park, the creation of Point State Park, is the first public-private partnership and one of the first brownfield projects in the world. And it really sent a message around the world that Pittsburgh was changing. It was reclaiming its downtown. It was taking back, its environment, greening the city. And so we're doing it again, but in a new way.
And the whole restoration project, that's been what, about the last 10 years you've been working on that?
It's construction for 5 years. Yeah, okay. But you're right. It has been just about a decade, and involving hundreds and hundreds of people contributing, and also $9 million of privately contributed funds from corporations, foundations, individuals, families, small businesses. It's really been a community heave-ho to both restore the park, which was in very bad shape, but also to add new waterfronts and new elements throughout the park that make it a great place for recreation, and as well as history and quiet green space. Big
community investment, so it deserves a spectacular party. So the Cultural Trust is on the case, right?
Absolutely, Bill. And Lisa, we at the Cultural Trust are so happy to have this kind of coincidence, but planned coincidence, of our opening night of the Dollar Bank Three Rivers Arts Festival is going to be the opening of the fountain, and it's just a wonderful opportunity to bring a maximum number of people into the Point to really celebrate this amazing rebirth of the Point State Park.
So opening night, that means music and the craft booths and all that kind of stuff, right?
Absolutely. Thousands of people. It's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful weekend, the entire weekend, but particularly, as you mentioned, we have this wonderful collaboration with Riverlife. The Cultural Trust is partnering to actually solicit proposals from artists from around the world, although we expect most of them will be local, to help us light up the fountain during the festival, during the Dollar Bank Arts Festival.
Okay, so there's an RFP out right now?
There is. Go to pointstatepark.com. You'll find the RFP, and we're open until February 15th for submissions. We're hoping that artists and lighting experts and creative people from all different fields, including students, will come forward with imaginative proposals to light the park in a way that complements the fountain, but also that will create reflection on the water and will really celebrate Pittsburgh as a river city.
Well, what a great opportunity, too. The backdrop is one of the best skylines in America with the reflection on the rivers. Yeah, I could think I could get an artist's juices going. Yeah.
Photogenic.
Yeah, and this whole thing, and this big thing is going to be the weekend of June 7th, but it's really just start of a week-long build-up to even more stuff happening a week later.
Absolutely, Bill. One of the other things that's a lot of people haven't really focused on yet, but a planning group is very actively focusing on it, is the first weekend of the Dollar Bank Arts Festival. Of course, as we've just described, described, will be the opening of the fountain. But during the second weekend, Pittsburgh will play host to the National Convention of the Americans for the Arts. So we're going to have maybe 1,500 to 2,000 arts leaders from all over North America convening on us. It's the Pride Fest weekend as well. We also, and Lisa can talk more about this, but we also, that second weekend of the Arts Festival, we're going to be celebrating another big part of the river, and that's the reopening of the trail all the way to Washington, D.C.
The Great Allegheny
bike trail.
Passage.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Great Allegheny Passage, one of the most amazing extensions of trails in the country.
So another big community event, only a few seconds left, but all of this really does say something about how far we've come as a community over the last 30 years.
It really does. And I think that one of the things that we're now seeing, of course, is the national and even international attention focusing on Pittsburgh, not just the best livable city, best place to travel, best place to start a business. I mean, all of these great accolades are all coming into our city.
It's really exciting. Kevin McMahon from the Cultural Trust, Lisa Schroeder from River Life. See you June 7th in Point State Park.
Hear, hear. Okay. Thank you.
Next up, a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.